We're back with another tale from the glass-guarded world. I am Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire, and your favorite hero. Let's resume the adventures of the other amazing heroes, with Ashley as Tara Dane, the human fighter, Brian as Paxton, the human cleric and fighter, Danielle as Athelflad, the halfling rogue and monk, Josh as Zartok, the tiefling wizard, and Mike as the DM. The party ventured to the divination level of the underground wizard complex and met a many-eyed creature calling itself Gilm the Spectator. Gilm explained that there was a great library on this floor that he once guarded, and he wanted to recover it, but there was a terrible monster currently occupying it, known as the Neothelid. It was currently being held at bay by yet another magic wand fragment. The creature would be incredibly difficult to defeat, so Gilm recommended that the party explore the safe section of this level in search of things that would help them. The party finished investigating the last experiment, fighting a monster that turned out to be nothing more than a figment of someone's imagination. There's still a residential section to be explored, and then they will have to confront the many-tentacled, acid-breathing, worm-like monster.
Basically, the creature just disappears because you now know it was an illusion.
Even did it do damage to anyone?
Yep. It did 2 points of psychic damage to Tara because you all believed in the illusion at that point.
Now that we know that it's an illusion, does her hit points come back?
Nope. Psychic damage doesn't come back like that.
Wow.
Okay, now, do we lose any XP we were going to get from killing that thing?
Yeah, it wasn't really worth any experience points because you couldn't kill it.
Well, we technically did defeat it.
Yeah. You get experience points for figuring out puzzles and things.
Dun, 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 dun.
But it couldn't be killed because it wasn't actually there.
What does the note say on the door?
You walk over to the door,
Yeah.
read the note. The note on the door says, "Anti-God glass cannot block illusions. The light passes through uninhibited. True seeing being cast outside does not prevent occupants from seeing the illusion either. Check with Strethok. Is there any reason to revise anti-God glass to address this?"
Interesting.
So it looks like among the many things this anti-God glass does, it does not prevent people from inside from being able to see an illusion. It doesn't filter them out or anything. You can still see an illusion if you're standing inside the God glass, the anti-God glass.
That note is a bug report.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is a bug report.
Is it signed by anyone?
Nope.
Is there anything inside the glass room?
No, it's empty.
What's towards the north of the room?
Yeah, so there's a shelf off to the north side of the room around the corner. And as you look around that area, there are a whole bunch of potions stacked on the shelf here. And as you sort of root around among them, you find that they are all empty except for one. It looks like there were a lot of potions of healing, but one of them is not empty, and it is a potion of superior healing.
Ooh.
So there's one potion of superior healing, if somebody would like to take that.
Who wants to carry it?
I can carry it.
Alrighty. Paxton flips the vial to Athelflad.
One potion of superior healing. All right, and that's it for this southern side of the research area.
Do you guys think we should check out the north side of the research area, or do you think we should check around the back side of the stairwell next?
Ooh.
Well, there's a bedroom on the north side, or chambers or something. I'm not
Right.
too worried about it.
Yeah, if that's going to be way quicker, do we want to just check that out real quick?
Sure, yeah. It's fine. But it's quite a walk. Is that a door right there that we could go through to check out the...
It's not that far. I mean, you just walk back through these experiment rooms, back through the double doors into the teleportation chamber. The spectator is still floating back and forth there, expectantly. Well, have you found anything useful?
Tara grunts.
That's not very reassuring.
We found some spell scrolls that have to do with divination, which probably doesn't come as too much of a surprise, but I think our more combat-oriented friends over here were hoping for some weapons.
Well, you're lucky you found any magic at all, because there's a Nothic around here somewhere that we call him Unbelieve. He's quick to consume any magic he finds, so you're lucky that you were able to find something.
Yeah, I think we've run into him before.
I doubt it. There may be more than one around here. He's been down here for quite a long time. He suffers a bit from depression, I'm afraid. You might be able to entice him to help us out.
Does he have a weird thing with mazes?
No.
Huh.
Where is it?
It's somewhere up the residential side to the north. He's often found in the garden, moping.
So while we got your attention, I was wondering if you knew any kind of known weaknesses for these Neolithids.
Oh, the Neothelid?
Yeah, that.
Yes, well, I can tell you something about what they can do. I don't think they have any weaknesses, but I have done some research. Well, he's already told you some of this stuff, right? He's already told you it can attack you with a confusion or it can attack you with a confusion or feeble-mindedness effect, or it can use telekinesis to move you around. It has tentacles as a physical attack. They also inflict psychic damage. It can swallow you whole. It can breathe a cone of very deadly acid.
But do you know if it's immune to anything or weak to any kind of elemental effect?
The Neothelid does have one form of resistance, and it's the worst kind. It has magic resistance.
What?
Yeah. So it has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. As far as mind flayers or illithids, they also have magic resistance. They don't have any other forms of resistance to damage, or nor do they have any vulnerabilities.
So we expect that we could be faced with illithids as well.
No, actually, he explained that it's likely that if there's a Neothelid in there, then there are no mind flayers left.
Right, they've all been consumed.
Or they left, yes.
All right, yeah.
When folks were fighting off the illithids before, do you know of any weaknesses of the illithids?
We need some way to deal with this acid, I think, but I don't currently have any means of stopping it or protecting us from that.
I think that it was I don't want to say it in front of them. She points to one of the zombies. Those guys.
Meat shield.
All right. You think that they're going to absorb the acid?
Well, shall we check out the residential area real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. You head through the northern double doors.
Okay, so Tara's thinking about something right now. And I know no one hears her thoughts, but I need Mike to see if she remembers something.
Okay, what's that?
The floor above this one.
Uh-huh.
There was kind of like that kind of war preparation room, and there were weapons in that room and armor and stuff in that room. Do we remember, or does she remember any ranged weapons in that room?
There was a ballista, or basically a small ballista. You could say there was a crossbow that was unusually large.
Yes.
Yeah.
But just that.
Just that. I mean, there were also some spears and other regular weapons, but that was the only unusual thing, an enormous crossbow.
Did it have the ammunition along with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bordering on being artillery-sized. Tara or Paxton could wield it, but anyone weaker than that. I mean, Epilema could carry it, but she's too small to use it. It would need someone large and strong to wield it.
Would they be able to carry it and set it up?
Who?
Paxton or Tara?
Oh, yeah, sure, you can carry it.
Okay.
Would a weaker person be able to use a table or even a zombie as like some sort of pintle mount?
Sure.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, you want to enter the rooms to the north?
Yes.
First is a foyer. This room is 20 feet wide and 30 feet across, with the double doors behind you to the teleporter room, large iron doors to your left and right, and a simple wooden door in front of you to your north. The word Alfred is carved into the wooden door in simple, crude letters.
I go into Alfred's room.
Okay. You go straight then? All right. This room has a comfortable-looking couch and a well-padded chair, as well as a low table with some scrolls on it. Another plain wooden door stands across the room. It doesn't have Alfred's name on it, but it's otherwise identical to the previous door.
Tara sits on the couch and goes through the scrolls.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
15.
15. All right, so I can, with great confidence, say that Tara finds these scrolls boring. These are academic articles on divination. One is on how to properly phrase questions when casting augury. One purports to debunk the use of dowsing rods. And then there's a scroll about the interpretation of the flights of birds. These are academic articles.
Yep. Tara's not a fan.
What you reading, Tara?
This one's about birds. This one's about water or something. And this one is about being polite. Whatever.
What?
Huh?
Paxton starts going through the pieces of paper.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad summary. One of them is about how to...
It's quite accurate.
Yeah, is about how to interpret the flights of birds to predict the future. One is about how to properly phrase a question when casting augury. And one is claiming that it debunks the use of dowsing rods or divining rods.
The one about how to phrase questions for augury sounds useful to Paxton. He wants to read it.
Okay, great. You want to sit down and do that now?
Sure.
Okay, it's going to take a while. It's an academic article.
Is there an abstract?
There is an abstract, but it's not useful. You have to read the whole thing to get the gist of it.
Huh, okay.
Get anything out of it.
Sure.
I mean, the abstract basically says, we developed several useful guidelines for properly phrasing your augury question using our 20-step process.
A framework for assessing the validity of questions.
Yes, exactly. And it takes a while to get through it. Could be useful, but it will take you some time.
Okay.
Is everybody else proceeding onward?
Yeah, is that a door behind?
There's another door to the north, a simple wooden
I
door.
think
there.
Paxton's going to stay on the couch and read, and he's like, you guys go on ahead. I'm going to see what's going on with this.
Have fun.
Paxton, if you sit and read the whole article, basically what I'll do is if you have a question that you want to use with augury, I will let you know if maybe you need to rephrase it in a way that would be more useful to you. Does that make sense?
Is there any kind of guidelines for how to ask the question, like a way to phrase it or something?
Well, that's what this article is about. I mean, they're yes or no questions about something that's going to happen in the next 30 minutes. Basically, what I'll do is if your question's not useful the way it's phrased, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So that you can try to come up with a better formulation.
As opposed to fail the spell.
As opposed to the spell just saying, I don't know. Okay?
That works.
Okay. Everybody else proceeds into the next room. This is an enormous room, but it is mostly empty. Hooks on the walls once held tapestries and paintings, but they are now bare. There's a wooden door to your left, probably leading to a closet, and to your right, another room runs a short distance, opening into the and then there's excuse me. That's, again, my writing cannot be interpreted here because I don't know what I was trying to say. But yeah, this room to your right runs a short distance into the room, and then there's a door that opens into the main room. There's a door across from you as well at the far end of the room, and then there's some stuff lined up by the wall on the right. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to look at the room? Do you want to look at the door to your left that I mentioned is probably a closet? Do you want to look at the far end of the room, or do you want to look at the door just to your right at the south end of the room?
Well, in this massive empty room, first I want to look at the little bit of stuff that's in it.
So the stuff along the wall to your right or the east. There is a desk with a chair on it, and there are some books on the basics of divination with a bunch of comments marked all over them. There is a bookshelf with a few academic books and scrolls on it, and then there is a bed, a simple cot, and there are 2 torches glowing magically on the wall. The cot has a round depression in the middle of it, rather than where the mark you would think a person would make, like a long, thin shape. It has a round depression in the middle of the cot. And that's all that's in here.
Yeah, I think we found where Gilm sleeps.
Yeah, you would think he just floats.
Maybe. I don't know nothing about him. So let's check out the room to the right.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. The door on this room says personal chapel.
It's just a wide open room.
Yeah,
Pillars.
so this room is 40 feet long and 30 feet wide. Immediately to your right, there is a basin of water in the corner of the room. There are 4 small pedestals to your left and right, and a larger one stands at the opposite end of the room. The smaller ones have statues representing the healer, assembler in the square, praised and sharp, and Earth Mother. The larger one has, at the far end of the room, has a statue of Foresight on it.
Who was the praised and...
Praised and sharp. He's been mentioned before as a god of truth and knowledge, and sometimes the sun.
Oh. I go look at the statue of Foresight to see if it looks like the previous statue of Foresight that I saw.
It looks similar. This one portrays the figure on that rock, but his chains have been broken and he's beginning to stand up.
Okay.
Paxton's in the room?
Paxton's in the other room reading.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we'll tell Paxton about this room. He can come chill out in it or whatever. This is his whole area.
Wouldn't it bore him to death? I mean, this is all nerd stuff.
Sorry you don't like nerds. That's
yeah. What? That's what? Not like a nerds is what?
Well, we're quite useful. This knowledge is power and all that jazz.
You know what else is power? Power. Power is powerful.
It's quite poetic.
Yeah. Yeah, but not in a nerdy way.
No, not at all. That was so unnerdy that I feel stronger having heard it.
That's what I do.
Let's go to the room in the northeastern corner.
This is a water closet, a loo, a restroom, a bathroom.
Finally! Yeah, Sartok uses the heck out of this room.
Okay. There's a shower, there's a tub, there is a sink, and there is a toilet.
Is this like running water and stuff? Or
Yep,
is this...
running water.
Wow, holy cow, this is amazing.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, if you had to guess, you would guess that Alfred had an extremely aesthetic lifestyle. This room had been luxurious. He had the option of making it luxurious, but he chose to make it Spartan. The only real luxury here is this restroom and the personal chapel.
Did you say ascetic or aesthetic?
Aesthetic.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't need to brag or anything, but I've been holding that for 100 years. Let's check that closet. What we think might be a closet.
This is a large walk-in closet. Shelves line the walls, and there are 2 robes on them, neatly folded, as well as some undergarments and 2 pairs of sandals. It is otherwise empty. The robes each have a symbol of an eye on the front of them.
It's not a very good use of space.
Nope.
It's a walk-in closet. What else can you ask for? This is nice.
More things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all I see. No, I'm thinking HGTV, you know.
I don't know.
There's a walk-in closet, you know, all that. No, okay, nothing. All right, let's go tell Paxton about the praying room so he can...
Okay.
I don't know, might be useful to him.
Paxton, everyone files back into the little waiting area that you're sitting in.
Hey guys, did you find anything useful?
More boring rooms.
Looks like a praying room. It has statues of different gods in it. Healers in there and Foresight. You should check it out. Yes, it's through there. Take a right. It's interesting.
Paxton puts the papers down on the table. I'm assuming he's finished reading the article by now.
Or you're close enough that you could finish reading it at your next rest.
Yeah, I got the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might come back and check out this room. Actually, maybe I should just go ahead and do it now while we're over here.
Okay.
Anyone else want to come with me, or do you guys want to hang out on this chair?
Sartok's interested, but he's interested in everything, so it's tough for him. He's being pulled in all these directions, but he'll go with you for now.
All right. Yeah. Paxton, you enter the personal chapel of the administrator for divination.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately have a sense that this is a sacred place, even more so than the temple that you already saw up in administration. This place has been consecrated by someone's devout belief. This room was personally important to someone, and it became important to a divine power or powers.
Can I tell which?
No, except that your only clue is that the statue of Foresight at the back of the room is larger than the others. So it's probably most important to Foresight, but there is a statue of the healer here.
What's the healer statue look like?
It is very similar to the one you saw before. It's a man of sort of indeterminate age, youngish, but his face looks worn by care, and he's carrying a staff. And other than that, he's just wearing a simple tunic.
Is it dirty or dusty or anything?
No, it looks relatively clean.
In the statue of Foresight, does it look like the previous one, or is it different?
Yeah, it's different. The previous one had him chained to a rock. This one shows his chains have been broken and he's beginning to stand up.
Paxton puts his hands on the statue of Foresight, and in his mind he says, "What's happening with this?"
You don't feel anything. You do feel some sort of draw to the statue of the healer.
Yeah. Is Zartok in the same room?
Yep, Zartok is just standing there watching.
I kind of look at him and blush a little bit, but then kneel down in front of the healer and pray, but silently, in my own mind.
You feel a sudden rush of divine energy. And
what was that?
You feel a voice in your head, and it says,
Speak, my son. Time is short, my power is limited, and you have much to do. Ask your 3 questions.
You have basically just cast commune.
Hmm.
You can ask 3 yes or no questions.
Does the Neolithid have any weaknesses?
None that you are not already aware of. So no.
Do we have the power to defeat it?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of a third question. Will we all survive?
Unclear.
Hey, Zartok, I think I just spoke with the healer.
And the divine presence in the room fades, but it still retains this holy feeling for you. You feel a little drained, but you also feel like spells that you would cast in here would be more effective than usual.
Yeah, you're hearing voices again.
I think so. I think this might be the first time the healer ever talked back to me.
Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you.
I was able to ask some questions.
What would you ask?
I asked if the Neolithid had any weaknesses, and the answer was none that we're not already aware of. I asked if we had the power to defeat it, and the healer said yes, which I find reassuring because I didn't know if we did or not. And then I asked if we all would survive, and healer didn't know. Said it was unclear. Which I suppose that's fair.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel too much better, but that's good.
Yeah. Well.
It's interesting that you could, so you heard it?
Yeah.
You just said a quick little prayer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, usually whenever I do my prayers, it just feels one way, but this is the first time there's ever been something coming back. It's like a conversation.
That must feel nice, like you're not lonely anymore or something.
It really is nice. It makes me feel like maybe I'm not, I don't know. I felt a little bit self-conscious about it after you were talking about how the gods aren't powerful or anything, but I think maybe I'll just keep on this path for a bit. What do you know, nerd?
It's fair enough. It's just they've been losing their strength. So, but I'm happy for you. Really, it's that must be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's everyone else doing while they're exploring this room? Where do you want to go, Tara? You're leading the board party's actions here. What do you want to do?
Tara's gonna just walk to the next room.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the right here or the one on the left?
She's gonna go with the left.
Okay.
It's like sleeping quarters, or
Yeah, actually. So this has several woven mats on the floor. It's a 30-foot by 30-foot room. To the west is a wooden door, and a phrase has been carved into the wall above the door. And the phrase says, "Thou art nearer the gods in a garden than any other place on Aord."
Aord?
Mm-hmm.
A-O-R-D?
E-O-R-D.
Aord. Hey guys, y'all know where Aord is?
no.
Me neither. Yeah, so...
What's it say?
I don't know. You tell me.
Something about being in the garden to be near gods, blah, blah, blah.
All right. There's like a garden god around here somewhere.
But there's not a garden in here.
That's true. Yeah, there's just these mats on the floor.
Okay. Anything, like, in the mats or anything?
Yeah, taking a look at them, you would guess that people have been kneeling or sitting on them.
Like recently?
No, probably not recently, but at some point in the past.
So it's just a floor of mats.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to keep going.
Tara's not into meditation. She wouldn't recognize these as meditation mats. So you continue going. You open the door here. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
All right. This is going to take me a moment.
Oh, this is a room. This is a real big room. Oh, it's nice.
Some sort of indoor garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you open the door, the dimly lit chamber is filled with the light from the room beyond. Incredibly, a garden fills this large space. At first, it seems to go on forever, but it quickly becomes apparent that the walls are painted to resemble more nature extending into an imaginary distance. A path made of pebbles circles a fountain with fish statuary spraying water into a pool. To your left is an apple tree, and to your right the path circles around a peach tree, and each of them is full of ripe fruit. A familiar-looking disc is hung from the ceiling, emitting light and warmth. There is another one over by the peach tree. Sitting on a bench by the fountain is a creature that looks very much like one you've encountered before. It has gray, scaly skin and a single enormous eye, and it is staring at the ground, absent-mindedly pulling a weed out of the grass with its enormous claws. It has not noticed you.
I go stealth.
All right. Athelflaed disappears into the shadows. Tara, what do you want to do?
Tara goes and sits on the bench.
Next to the creature?
Yep.
Epilema says, "Oh, what are you doing? What is that thing?" All right, well, you go have a seat. The creature is either still hasn't noticed you or it's ignoring you.
Hey, man.
What do you want?
You know if this fruit is like something we can eat?
Yes, I know. I've been eating it.
Oh, it must taste terrible because you're not very excited about it.
Oh, it's fine. You just get sick of it after a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's... I can't get through.
You can't get through what?
Through the library. I'm stuck here.
Why do you need to get to the library?
That's where everything is. That's where all the knowledge is. All the things I need.
What do you mean you need them?
I'm stuck like this. I don't have to be like this.
Like what?
Like this monster. I'm stuck like this.
What were you before?
I don't know.
Oh,
just leave me alone.
Well, we're supposed to try and free up the library.
How?
By getting rid of the brain worm.
You're going to kill the Neothelid.
Oh, that's the plan.
By yourself.
Yeah, basically. Oh, no, I'm just
the
kidding.
two of you. What?
No, I got some friends, and we're gonna kill that thing.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Appleflag goes back into the open, just waves.
Oh, there are three of you.
Yeah, there's actually more of us.
You'll probably be eaten alive.
Huh. Well, are you strong?
No.
Oh.
But I could help.
How could you help?
I have other abilities.
Yeah?
Strength is not the only way to fight.
Oh, okay. Well, I can accept that, but I just don't want you to get hurt,
Oh, I won't be standing in the front. I'll be at the back.
Well, yeah, you think you want me to come get you when we decide to go ahead and let it out so we can fight it?
Is the spectator aware of this?
Yeah, he asked us.
Yes, come get me and I'll help you.
Oh, I'm Tara.
They call me Unbleathe.
Oh, do you not like that name?
I don't have a better one. It means unhappy.
Oh, maybe you can get a new name after you go to the library.
I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's nice meeting you. Tara, stands up in the bench and, walks over to the peach tree.
Okay, it has peaches on it.
Yeah, she grabs one.
All right, they're pretty good.
Tara's just idly eating and walking around the garden now.
Yep, there's another bench over by the peach tree.
And she sits on that one.
Okay. Epilema has a look around. She can't quite reach the peaches or the apples.
Oh, yeah, but I... Hey.
I can climb on your shoulders.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's give it a try.
All right. So she climbs on Athelflaed's shoulders and gets some fruit down.
Tara just watches and tries not to laugh.
Paxton, Zartok, you've wrapped up. What do you want to do now?
We go back and don't see them there.
Nope.
Are the doors open?
Yeah, they've left the doors open.
All right, they left a trail.
Yeah.
We'll go find them.
All right, so they were hanging out in a garden, and there's a creature that looks a lot like the one that you encountered in the maze, Paxton, just sitting on a bench looking mopey.
I wonder if that's the same one from before. And is Tara still talking to it?
No, she's sitting over by a peach tree, eating a peach, and so are Epilema and Athelflaed.
I walk over to where they're at.
Hey, big guy, what you doing?
What the heck is that thing?
That's Sad Guy, and he's gonna help us out with the worm thing too.
You think you can trust him?
I mean, whatever.
What's he want out of it?
He doesn't really seem to want any. Well, he wants to get into the library. That's all.
We should run this by the spectator guy
I mean, it was kind of his idea.
to involve the.
He called him a Nothic.
Was it his idea to get him involved in the fight with the Neothelid?
He said specifically he might help you if you talk to him.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
So I
wonder if-
asked, and he, begrudgingly said, yeah.
I wonder if he's trying to get in that library so he can eat everything in there.
Oh, well, that's Gilm's problem, not mine.
Yeah, that's true.
No, we can't have him eating all the magic. No.
We should at least get first dibs on it.
Yeah, dibs.
Yeah. Make sure he understands dibs.
Yeah, you got to explain this concept.
Paxton starts eating a peach.
All right, are you going to explain the concept to him, or are you heading somewhere else?
Yeah, Paxton walks over to the Nothic,
Nothic. Yeah.
and says, "Hey, friendo. How you doing?"
I've been better.
Oh, I'm sure we all have. So, word on the street is you're gonna help us fight this brainworm thing.
Yes.
What are you gonna do in the library once it doesn't have that monster in it anymore?
Research.
Are you going to eat the things contained in the library?
Do you think there's magic left in there?
If there are scrolls in there, is your plan to eat them?
Maybe.
So I tell you what, would you agree to not eat anything until we've gone through it and have seen what the library contains, and then anything we don't want, you can have it all?
Is Gilm okay with this?
We haven't run it past him yet.
Assuming that Gilm finds this acceptable, I would agree to that.
Alright, I just want to make sure that you're not just gonna go hog wild and start eating scrolls the second this brainworm's dead.
I will try to control myself.
Alright. Well, I will try to control myself and not give you a little blast if you start eating things. Does that sound fair?
I don't know if I like you.
That's fine. I don't know if I like myself much. He hands out his hand to shake.
All right, the creature extends its clawed, cold, disgusting hand and shakes yours.
All right, that's the deal where I come from. I'm gonna hold you to it, friend.
All right, it returns to playing around in the grass.
Paxton's very mean to people outside of the jar.
I don't think I was mean there. I think I was just trying to get us to come to an understanding.
I don't know. Threaten him. All right, Zartok's okay with it.
What's the plan?
I'm just pointing it out.
There's only one room left in the residential area you haven't explored. Oh, I guess there's also a room to the south behind that
Like a little closet area.
apple tree. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check that out
Yeah.
first.
It's just a garden shed.
And nothing in there?
So what's inside the garden shed? There's a
Plus one garden hose.
there's a watering can and some garden shears, and that's really about it.
I wonder if little Umbleave has been taking care of the garden for this whole time.
Somebody's been trimming the grass and the trees.
Interesting.
Did you say he was pulling weed out of the ground whenever I walked up to him?
Yes.
I guess he's weeding.
Kind of feel sorry for the little guy.
Eh.
You said you've seen another one of these?
Yeah.
And they're like mazes or something?
The last one did. And that was the first one we ever met of that kind, so I guess we were maybe projecting a bit. Maybe they don't all like mazes, but that one certainly did.
So these were formerly people?
That's our understanding.
Okay. This is great. Kind of messed up.
They get turned into these Nothics, and then they just can't help themselves. They want to eat spell scrolls.
Well, what he was saying is that he doesn't have to be like this, and so maybe he wants to turn himself back, or maybe he's looking for some, how to be happy again books. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's looking for self-help books.
Yeah, eventually.
So we go to the last room, you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is another 30-foot by 30-foot room, and it has not been used in a long time. It was once comfortable, and judging by the single bed, chair, and desk, it housed a single person, probably an assistant or clerk. The occupant even had their own personal water closet or restroom in a corner of the room. There are empty scroll tubes on the desk, as well as an old piece of parchment, a rolled-up scroll, and some writing tools.
Paxton wants to investigate the scrolls, see if any of them are active spell scrolls.
Would you please pass that to Brian? There is a normal scroll with writing on it, and then there is an active spell scroll, and you're rather shocked by what it is. It is Heal.
Interesting.
Heal restores 70 hit points.
What?
That's a spell that keeps dogs from running away.
It's 6th level.
6th level, yeah.
6th level cleric druid spell. It also ends blindness and deafness.
What do you want to do? Oh, do you want to look at the scroll, I guess? You can read that if you want to share it with everyone, or keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone else is in the room with me, right?
I guess. Is everyone following Paxton? Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so I found a heal scroll, which I think that'll come in pretty handy in this note here. To Department of Necromancy, Administrator Strethok. From Department of Divination, Administrator Alfred. Gribbage is a fool. The will of the gods is clear. We must restrain our immoral impulses and stop using so much magic. Our monstrous behavior will lead to our ruin. Education and proper magical behavior is the place to start. We could open schools across the world and train wizards in both efficient spellcasting and magical ethics. We'll civilize these barbarians, or we'll all drown. And then there's a note added on. Alfred, like Gribbage, you misunderstand the problem. Is not moral failure, moral solution work no better than asking lions not to eat lambs? Is problem of system of incentives. We hope experimental worlds reveal new solutions, because alternatives are bad. Strethok. Wow.
I rather like Strethok.
That's what you got out of that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm siding with Alfred on this.
Which one was Alfred? He was the one saying that open schools and all that nonsense.
Yeah, Alfred's the one saying that the wizards are doing damage to the world by doing too much magic.
Yeah, it's quite hypocritical. They was up here casting as many spells as they want, all the magic, and then telling everybody else that they should stop.
I mean, it seems like he was maybe doing a little bit of research to try to figure out how to stop things. So I think it's acceptable. I don't think it's necessarily hypocritical to, try to expend magical power to figure out what the problem is. That's how he figured out the magical spending spell slots is what's causing the problem, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to side with Strethok. If the incentives are the same, then we're just going to keep doing it. Education's not going to help. But it's just my opinion. Zartok walks out of the room, grabs all the articles and stuff, and starts moving stuff into that awesome study area.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
The one where you have a guidance?
Yeah, he's getting all the academic journals that were on the thing, starts moving them in there. He's got Finn's journal, and he doesn't even talk to anybody. He just goes in there.
Okay. Zartok goes to study in the guidance room. What does everyone else want to do?
Well, we have that, the last.
Yep. Tara's favorite. The room at the back of the stairwell.
Oh, there's another room?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, let's look
Sorry,
at that.
gang.
Oh, Zartok's already left. Zartok is not aware of...
You can come and get me if you want. I didn't know
but
there was
he's
room.
not aware, as the rest of you are at this point, that there's always a room at the back of the stairwell.
Oh.
There's always the stairwell room.
Yeah.
So Tara's talking to Paxton as they head to this room and saying, so Alfred's solution was kind of what the magistracy did, right? Like open schools and try to get people to not use magic as much, or?
Yeah, if memory serves me correctly, the magistracy, the keepers, were trying to get people to cast spells in a more efficient way so they...
Produce less heat.
Yeah, so it sounds like from this note that all those bottle worlds were maybe places where they were doing experiments just like they're doing it down here to see if they can figure out a solution to the problem. And maybe the keepers was one potential solution.
I don't think that they got their solution in time.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, what is that, a table or something?
Yeah. So this is a pentagonal room about 60 feet across and 100 feet north to south. It looks like someone was camping out here in the distant past. There are 2 bedrolls, a table with a map on it, a dining table with long abandoned plates on it, a desk, and several now empty shelves. The empty boxes in the shelves are labeled, and it looks like they contained spell components at one time.
Did they leave anything behind, papers, anything?
Just that map.
I'm gonna look at the map.
All right, it appears to be a map of this level.
Oh. You did love that.
Does it have the library as well?
It has some of the library, not a lot of detail. That is the entire floor.
It's a huge room.
Yeah, so you can see on the map, it shows a large, enormous actually, room with a bunch of pillars in it. That's what those little circles are. They're pillars. Some sort of structure at the far end of the room. A pool or fountain or something. And then at the north and south ends of the room, there are smaller, long chambers running east to west.
Have any labels?
No, it does not. And it does not depict, unlike your map here, it doesn't actually show the ice around the door here. Right, it doesn't show that. It just shows you the fountains in the door. Basically, it doesn't show you the room details. It just shows you the wall layout.
Yeah. So just one weirdo was staying here, and I can't tell anything else about them.
Well, you're not okay. Looking at the cots on the floor, they were human-sized. You're not sure. You do remember that the spectator told you earlier that there was a previous attempt to attack the creatures on the other side of the door that failed. It could be that some of them were staying here before the attack. It could be that maybe some garden gnomes came down here, although the beds suggest that they're too large for that. There's nothing else here. It looks like whatever was important they took with them.
All right, now is when Tara is going to share to Paxton, Neothelid, and Ethelima that there's that ballista upstairs and that we think we might want to grab it.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to head upstairs to Conjuration again?
Mm-hmm.
You walk back up to Conjuration. You leave Zartok reading, I guess. So you walk back up a floor to Conjuration. In that guard room near the edge of the Zone of Forbiddance, there was a really large crossbow that was almost artillery-sized. It weighs 50 pounds. All right?
Sounds like encumbrance to me.
It does 3d10 damage on a hit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Excuse me. Its range is 150/600.
And how many bolts are there with it?
there are 20 bolts.
Ooh.
And it has the loading property, which means you can only fire it once per round.
Now, Zartok's not there, but he's thinking obsessively about this what's coming up. What about the ballista that's on the Spelljammer that's upstairs?
That thing is huge. That is a real piece of artillery.
Okay, gotcha.
You could try to dismount it and bring it all the way over here.
Okay.
It would be a real ordeal to do that. But the damage that thing would inflict to a living thing, I mean, that's an anti-ship weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zartok's okay with this so
yes.
far.
What I'm saying is, if you could get it here and hit something with it, it would be really powerful.
Yeah, this what he's thinking about, and he's thinking about this teleportation circle to help transport it, but there was a sign that said no teleportation. We'll have to figure that out. Anyway, I'll shut up. I'm not there.
So we bring the ballista back down and meet up with Zartok again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's still reading.
Check out what we brought.
They have a large crossbow.
It's pretty sweet, yeah?
Yeah.
You think you can fire it for real?
Why not?
Like hold it?
Yeah. I mean, Paxton picks up the crossbow and kind of hefts it and doesn't aim it at Zartok, but thinks about it.
Yeah, it looks cumbersome, but it can be wielded by one medium-sized creature if they're, human size or larger.
Yeah, Zartok will then talk about potentially using that the device that's on the Spelljammer, and maybe we can. I mean, we have no time constraints for this, as far as I know. We can see if it works.
Pretty much.
See if we can do it. I think it would be worth it because that's a mighty big piece of equipment that hopefully can end a fight in one shot.
Yeah. Would we be able to dismantle it and bring it down here and set it up?
I'm not sure. I think we should take the time to take a look, and then let's ask Gilm what the deal is with using the teleportation circles. Have you been able to use those successfully in other floors?
No, none of them can cast teleportation circle.
Okay. Well,
they look pretty.
Neither can I, so it's all right. We don't have keys or nothing.
No.
Okay. Well, it might be hard to get it down here, but let's take a look at it and see if we can. If it's just get a screwdriver and undo it. I think it's worth it. If you don't agree, then keep it to yourselves. Let's go look at it.
I got some blacksmith tools back in the ship that we could use. So,
all right.
There's that.
I think this might be a good idea.
All right, so we go back to the
It's
ship.
not far, right? We go up the flight of stairs into
It's like a mile down that hallway.
That god-awful hallway.
Yeah, it's a long trip. You'd have to find some way to get it over.
Okay.
You found one wheeled cart. Remember the portable private sanctum? It's basically a wheeled cart. You could try to load it on that, but you'd have to get that thing down the stairs first. It's up in Abjuration.
The shipbuilding platforms didn't have any kind of carts or anything?
No, you didn't see anything that would be big enough to carry the ballista around, no.
You wouldn't happen to have Tinser's floating disc, would you? I think Finn used to use that to carry things around.
Finn had Unseen Servant.
Yeah, it's not in the spell book that I have. Do you happen to have a list with more spells on it?
Not with Tinser's floating disc, I don't think.
Okay.
If Finn didn't have it, then no, I don't.
Yeah, I don't have it. I
Hmm.
have Unseen Servant, but I don't think that could help a whole lot.
Probably not. Is it too heavy for all 5 of us to carry?
You could, but it would take you a long time. Now, you're not in a hurry, but it might take you a day or two to get it all the way down. All of you just carrying it from the from the port. Yeah, that might take a while, but you could probably do that.
Wonder if it might be worth it though, depending on what we're going to be facing here.
I would say we probably want to roll it. Probably easier to get the private sanctum. Roll it.
Yeah, if we could get it set up, basically where the teleportation circle is, and get it pointed at that open door, we could try to lure it through the door and then blast it.
Yep.
Yeah, we may only have one shot, so anyway, no pressure.
Yeah.
We may go through all that.
We actually should bring it all the way back to the stairwell because we have a very long range with this
That's
weapon,
true,
and we
yeah.
might have multiple shots if we.
And that way, it wouldn't be able to get to it.
And it also might get stopped. I mean, it might not die from the runes, but it will get stopped a little, delayed, so we could use it more.
Yeah. Good idea, Tara. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of the brains of this whole tactical thing.
Sure, you are.
Yeah.
Sure.
Duh.
All right, let's go take a look at it if you don't mind a little trek.
Let's do it.
We should go get the thing we're gonna move it with first, because I don't want to walk back and forth.
The private sanctum?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so you walk up to Abjuration. Behind the stairwell, there's a storage room, and it has a cart on it that is labeled PPS, Portable Private Sanctum. So you drag that down the stairs. You walk down the long tunnel to the port. You spend some time dismantling the ballista.
Oh, well, during the walk, like the mile-long walk, Tara is explaining to Zartok, that she went to a fighting academy and they taught tactics, and so she can do this.
Does Zartok look skeptical?
What? She's what's this about? What's the woman splaining about? That you're a good fighter?
That she has a tactical military brain.
Oh, yeah. I've seen her fight. She's a good fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any qualms with it. She just and he was going to tell Paxton earlier about how he's surprised that you guys live this long with a group that doesn't respect magic at all in this place. But yeah, no, he believes that she's capable of fighting. He's seen her really do a good job at that. So
I let her boss me around sometimes when when it's important that we follow a strict plan.
That's why I like Epilema.
But only then. Otherwise, I'm the boss of me.
Yeah, of course you are. Everyone is.
Right.
I generally find that whenever I don't do what Tara says, it ends up being the wrong choice, so I've just learned to just
how
follow
it
the
is then?
instructions.
I see.
Yeah.
You are able to get to the ship and remove, with some effort, the ballista, load it up onto the platform, and roll it back down the long tunnel along with another 20 bolts.
I think this is an awesome idea.
I don't know if we
can get it down the stairs.
If Mike ever planned for us to do this, or if we breaking it.
Straight up, guys, this is an incredibly difficult fight, and if you don't prepare carefully, you could all die.
That's not what the healer said.
Yeah, healer said, stroll right on in, Pax.
The healer said you could win, and when you asked, will we win, it said unclear.
Yeah, the healer said, and I quote, it's probably fine.
Probably.
I mean, I knew we had to prepare, but I don't know if this is the preparation that you had planned for us.
I think it's a good idea. No matter what we got, I think we should, I really would feel much more comfortable if we had an answer for the acid as well.
Okay, here's the thing. This is what our answer is. If things are going terribly, we run up the stairs and we close this level down again with our pane of glass of pain.
Wait a minute. What if we melted the door, put the pane of glass of pain in the doorway, and then waited for the thing to be in the doorway, and then undid the pane of glass and shot it? We'd be able to see through the pane.
So then it's not a good escape mechanism in case we need to escape.
That's true.
Because it's not, you got to be near the pane to touch it and undo it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want any of us near it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a better last resort ditch escape. Block the stairwell, hope it can't get through that.
Yeah.
While we think up a new plan.
That's fair.
I don't know what the thing is that you're talking about. You've got a portable glass, sheet of glass you can throw up places.
Yeah, it's like a big, I don't know, planar force field.
Okay.
Yeah, I pull out the pane of glass of pain, and I pull out,
It's just a tiny disc.
I pull out what's his name's finger.
Yeah,
Upton.
Upton.
Yeah, and I put the pane of glass of pain on the wall, and I touch Upton's finger to it.
And a sheet of what looks like glass shoots out in all directions until it hits the stone of the wall, and it's just a clear barrier.
Paxton knocks on the glass and goes, see, it's pretty strong.
That's neat. Yeah. Is it anti-god glass?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you could find out if you used it as a door in one of the little cubes, but I don't really care right now. What can we go back into your little world and buy something to help with the acid, like some sort of resist energy potions or something?
Go back into our little world?
Yeah, I don't know. What
you talking about 83?
Yeah, world 83.
Oh, I'm just gonna pop in and pop out. You can't fly.
Yeah.
Well, I can fly.
How about we just go to Righty?
Sure.
Oh man, I hate that guy.
Who's that? All right, yeah, sure, righty.
Yeah, he's a gnome who will sell you some cool stuff.
Why is he called that?
It's his name.
Okay. I mean, why not lefty? But whatever.
I assume he's a righty.
Righty's got things like maybe he's got something to help us with that.
Maybe.
He'll love you. Actually, you guys are gonna get along great.
I'm worried about that. That doesn't happen too often. Yeah, so did we successfully set up the ballista? Mike has warned us plenty. I'm feeling like we should do everything because Mike is warning us a lot that this thing is a bad news. So
yeah.
You can set it up. Where do you want to set it up in that room? Or do you want to set it up somewhere else?
I think we're trying to keep those doors open in that small room that's next to the stairwell and next to the
I want it in the 20 by 20 foot room.
So that way it's protected by the runes.
In the foyer.
Yeah, so you want it in this little foyer here behind those ruins so that you can fire into the large room and maybe lure it through over the ruins.
Mm-hmm.
We could have whoever is firing the ballista also have the glass of pain of glass. Pain of glass of pain.
Ready to go?
Whatever that thing is with Upton's finger. That way, if the brainworm makes it all the way past the runes, you could throw up a little force field. To keep it from killing the ballista, at least. And us.
Sure. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
How can we find out who would be the best shot at this? Like, can we all stand behind it and
It counts as a martial weapon. Okay. So if you have proficiency with it, basically anyone with fighter proficiency is going to have the best ability to use
shot with it. Okay. Yeah, let's go see this Righty and see if we can get something. I'm familiar with spells that can help delay damage from acid. I think resist energy. I think I really would feel more comfortable if we had some sort of answer for that because we don't know how large of an area it affects.
That's funny because I'm really worried about it eating me whole part.
Yeah, but you can cut it from the inside, so you'll be great.
Not if you get chewed up.
No, don't worry about any of this. Let's worry about me and the acid.
Well, what if you get ate whole?
I'll be dead.
Oh. All right.
There's probably acid in its stomach too. So
yeah, exactly.
That's not necessarily much better.
Well, if you've got resist acid, that would help if you encounter this situation.
Do you have a phobia?
About what? Being eaten alive and acid?
No, just acid.
No, this is general fear of death is what's concerned me.
I just wonder what the focus on acid is. I'm just wondering maybe there's a phobia.
No, because we've been warned several times about acid.
Who's warning you?
Phobia. It's Gilm said it about it. It does incredible amounts of it. Don't you remember any of this?
Well, I mean, the spectator guy said a lot of things.
Yeah.
He talked about acid. He talked about getting eaten whole. He talked about a lot of things. So, I mean, acid is just one of the many ways things can go real bad.
Yeah.
But you seem very focused on the acid.
Well, because we can do something about it. What we're going to do about tentacles. You've got armor on, you've got your weapons, but acid is going to...
Was acid what killed you in a lot of those dreams?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. A lot of things happened to me.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys ever see the Star Trek episode of the aliens that always, when they go to sleep, they dream of the ways they die? And this is ringing a bell, or am I making this up?
No.
I'm making up a lot of stuff today.
All right.
Yeah, but I still want to see if Righty has anything to help us.
I can't wait to bring you to the surface world and let the gnomes see you.
Yeah.
They're going to freak out, and they might turn into little statues, but eventually they'll decide that you're fine. I don't know. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they don't like you at all. Who knows?
So you're heading up topside?
Yep.
Topside. How long does it take?
Yeah. Get some fresh air.
Oh, maybe a nice meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they said they make bland food, though. The stuff they gave Athelflaed and I was kind of boring. The biscuits and gravy are okay.
Biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like biscuits.
You head upstairs. Zartok, they exit eventually this stairwell into what looks like almost like a monastery or temple. They lead you through an illusionary wall into a large room with columns and a fancy chair, and there are 2 humans standing there guarding it, and they look extremely surprised to see you, but they sort of nod to the rest of the party and don't say anything. You guys don't see your friend Olgabar around, but you're heading out through the front door as they head out of this building.
I was going to ask where Olgabar was.
One of the guards informs you that he is resting at the moment because it's actually nighttime out here.
Oh, well, good evening.
Good evening.
Tell him we said hi.
All right, so you walk outside. It is dark outside. The little round sphere is no longer on the horizon, that disk of light. Everything outside is covered in snow, Zartok. It's extremely cold out here. But as you exit what appears to be a fortress, you come to a village. You remember having seen this from the air, actually, when you approached this area.
Could we, I know it's dark, but could we see the ocean from here?
You can hear the ocean.
Okay.
And if you walk around the fortress, you'd be able to see it.
Zartok would want to take a look at it to see the water level.
It looks like it is now similar to what it was like when you were here last. You don't know if it's come back, if it went up and then went back down, or if it stayed the same height the whole time. But it's similar to the height it's at the height it was at the last time you were here.
Okay.
They walk you down into a village that is mostly ruined, although there are a couple buildings that are in good shape. They lead you to one of the buildings that's in decent repair, around to the back of it, and there's a shed attached to the back of this building. And this is Righty's shed. All right, you knock on the door. You hear some fumbling and what sounds like maybe some dishes banging together, and a voice says, "Yeah, I'm coming. Hang on a moment. Hang on." And a small gnome opens the door. He is wearing a long coat and a hat on his head, and he is surprised to see someone tall here. He was looking at your knees, and then he looks up and sees Tara and says, "Oh, it's a nice lady. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, shh, don't be loud. What's going on?"
Hey, my friend here was wondering if you might have some protection against acid.
Some protection against acid, huh? Who is this guy? You got a tiefling all out of nowhere, huh?
Sure, yeah, his name is Zartok. And
Zartok
this
the
is
tiefling.
Righty.
He just showed up out of nowhere, huh? Right.
Pretty much.
All right. So you want just some protection from acid, huh? What you got for me?
What you got for him?
How was it? You like money? Little bit of...
Not a lot of use for money around here, you know.
Oh, great. This is a bottle world. I'll see.
It's not a bottle world. No, it's just like there are these gnomes here and they don't really use money.
Bottle world, like... flood me. What?
Hey, man, I'm from the belt, you know. You don't mess with me. I'm from the belt.
What part of the belt, friend?
Huh?
What part of the belt? Where are you from?
From Gemigan.
Gemigan. All right. This is a gnome, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what you have? Do you have potions of resist energy or some resist acid? Something?
Well, you give me something, I'll see what I got.
This is the most messed up trading I've ever heard of.
Wait, did you say resist energy?
Yeah, something like that.
I thought you were trying to resist acid.
Whatever. Acid's a form of magic.
Whatever.
Right? Yeah.
The protection from energy spell actually lets you choose a form of protection, and acid is one of them.
Well, heck, I've got some of those.
What, you got some of what? Like potions or scrolls?
I've got some protection from energy scrolls.
Oh, how many?
I think at least one. Let me dig through my bag for a second.
Okay. Play the dig through the bag music. So, righty, Gemigan, huh?
Yeah,
How long have you been up here? Oh, Paxton, hold up a single finger.
Just the one.
So it's a scroll?
Yep.
Scroll of protection from energy.
Is that spell a cleric spell or a wizard spell? Or I'm gonna look it up real quick. But
I hand the protection from energy scroll to Zartok
it's
so he can
protection
inspect
from
it.
energy specifically.
Cleric, druid, ranger, sorcerer, wizard, artificer, forge domain, circle of the land, oath of the ancients. So yeah, it's cleric and wizard.
Oh, it's concentration.
Yeah, it's a concentration spell, 3rd level abjuration. It lasts up to an hour. You get to choose a type of damage to resist. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder.
It's a good spell, but that concentration's killing me. That mechanic is just brutal. Brutal. Okay. Yeah, well, let's see if he's got some anything else. What do I have to trade? I don't have as much fancy stuff as you guys.
You have a wand of wonder.
Ha! Nice. All right. Well, let's see what he thinks of it. What do you think of this?
Hold on a moment.
He holds on to it.
Wand of wonder, friend.
And says,
Yeah, I could do it. We could do business with this. Let me see what else I got. Let me see what I got in here, all right? Hang on a moment.
It's quite nice, though. You got to really find something good.
Tell you what I got. I got a potion of superior healing in case you got burnt by acid. How's that? You like that?
No.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not
Well,
good
let me
enough.
see what else I got.
he puts a potion back in his jacket and pulls out something else.
I got a scroll of protection from fire. How you like that? You like that?
No, that's not going to be quite
No?
useful.
Okay,
in
hang on
what
a
we
moment.
need.
Okay, I got.
Hey, Paxton, is this what it's like with this guy?
Yeah, he just wasted time.
I got your thing.
What's that?
I got. Oh, you're gonna like this. I got you a potion of invulnerability.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, you're gonna like it.
But that's not worth the trading the wand.
Oh, I take a wand for this.
No. I'm saying it's not worth it. Like, the wand is more valuable than that potion, I think.
What?
What's
You
it?
crazy? It's a potion of invulnerability.
Let me look it up. Hold on, let me consult my rule book.
So I got
You
it
said
here.
that in character.
It happens. Zartok seeing into multiple multiverses and stuff.
Is the rule book
Have
what you call your
resistance to
journal?
all
Yeah, so
damage.
it's resistance to all damage for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, that's useful, but not worth trading the wand, I
Well,
think.
here's the thing. That would also give you protection against any psychic or bludgeoning
All the
attacks it
other
would give
stuff.
you.
We literally never use that wand.
Tell you what, you could get swallowed by the old brainworm and then fireball your way out of its stomach.
Yeah, I could.
Probably, and you'd be invulnerable to the damage from the fireball too, right?
It'd give you resistance.
Well,
Yeah, I've got resistance against fire already, friend.
If you want, I can put it back, but I can't promise you I can get it back out again. It's the way this works.
it's creepy.
It's useful, but no, I like the wand better. And besides, we've got the scroll.
All right, it's your choice. It's my last thing I can pull out for today. So if you don't want it, that's it.
No, that's fine. See you later, lefty.
Righty, I'm righty. I'm not like all these gnomes around here. I'm right-handed.
Oh, okay, interesting. I didn't. Is that a thing? Is that like all gnomes are left-handed?
Are you asking? You're asking out of
Out of character, yeah. I don't know.
yeah, no, it's not a thing, but
Okay.
apparently it is here.
Okay, cool. It's inbred gnomes.
Hey guys. We have these unidentified potions. So I'm going to show them to Zartok to see if he can figure out what they are. I got a potion of orange and smoke.
Okay.
An unknown potion of healing. A potion of yellow. This is how I wrote them down, okay? It's a potion of yellow plus eyeball. And a potion of watery fog.
Gross.
What does it take to identify potions? Is that identify spell still?
Yes.
Oh, you can probably look at them too and see if maybe you could do it.
Maybe an Arcana check.
No, Arcana won't do it. You'll have to use Identify or find someone else who knows more about potions than you do.
Well, hey, how about Righty?
Yeah, but Righty could do it, but he might charge you for it.
Well, I just want to see if he was maybe familiar with potion of yellow plus eyeball. It seems like it would stand out. Like, oh yeah, I definitely know what that is.
Tell you what, maybe you could trade the Wand of Wonder for the Potion of Invulnerability plus identifying a bunch of stuff.
I don't know. I don't feel like this is mine, the wand. I mean, you gave it to me, so this is not my decision, but I'm just holding on to this. Caretaker of sorts.
Oh, I also have 4 unidentified spell scrolls. 2 are conjuring elementals of some sort, and one is more powerful.
We're just bringing this up now?
Yeah, let's get Righty to identify all this
so
stuff.
Mad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got a lot of
You've
junk.
been holding all this from me before we go and battle a crazy big thing with tentacles.
That's when we need it. Duh.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just be thankful we're telling you now.
Yeah, no, sure. I'm very thankful. Yeah, praise the healer and all that. Will you give that to Zartok, the scroll of the elementals?
The 4 unidentified scrolls, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Zartok's got a lot of work to do because he's got Finn's spellbook and all these things. He is not sure what will be helpful in the fight, so.
All right, we got to figure out what these are from.
Sorry. They're from some sort of exploring of this place.
I don't suppose you have a potion with a blue bubbling liquid in it, do you?
Not written down.
Okay.
We might have already figured out what that is.
I think the scrolls were from conjuration.
Yeah, that would make sense because of the conjuring elementals.
Part, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a potion of greater healing. I think that's the one you're looking at.
Yep, that
Okay.
would make sense.
And
are we using up pearls to do this? How many pearls do we have?
How many do I have?
Yeah. I mean, you got to tell us so that we don't, choose what to identify.
You're asking Righty to do this for you?
No, Zartok can do it too.
Or Zartok can do it if you give him pearls. Yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is you could do the deal with Righty to where you have Righty identify all this stuff for the Wand of Wonder plus that potion of invulnerability. That way you don't have to use up my finite resources.
I don't know. I mean, you said you had a giant bag of pearls, so.
I have quite a few, but the key word in that is my pearls.
Oh, I see. All right, that's fine.
You just can't come into some new party and just start demanding all their pearls.
Oh, this is for.
That's rude.
This is for us, friend. Yeah, these are things for you too. Trying to keep us all alive.
All right. How many pearls do you need?
Well, we got the 4 scrolls and the 4 potions. So I don't know how many.
So 8.
Yeah,
That's a lot of pearls.
That's a lot of pearls.
Get Righty to do it.
Yeah, I'm saying. Do you want that potion of invulnerability?
No, it's a one-time use. It's a lot less interesting to me. So only one of us would get to use it. It would be nice to have, but that's
so
Zartok's official answer
is
a partial shrug and the scrolls could be more useful. Because the scrolls we could, if they're wizard scrolls, Zartok can cast those spells for all time. So
each pearl is worth about 100 gold, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're about to blow 800 gold identifying these things, which may or may not be worth 100 apiece, right?
Well, I don't need the scrolls for the. I don't need this pearls for the scrolls. I can figure that out on my own. So we're talking about 4.
Okay. 4 just for the potions. Have we?
Why don't we just give him the potions that we don't know
in exchange for that potion of invulnerability?
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. We don't end up using a lot of potions.
They're literally
anyway.
doing us nothing.
Zartok hates you guys so much. You're killing him inside. He's dying.
Righty is standing there looking at you all as you huddle and negotiate with yourselves.
All right, here's your wand back. You figure it out. Can I have the scrolls?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Zartok takes the scrolls and he goes downstairs.
Okay.
And he was never heard from again.
You guys are going to love this spreadsheet I'm working on. It's so great. Zartok's down there spreadsheeting right now.
So, my other question for you, Righty, you know where we could get any really big crossbows or ballista?
No. No, I don't. I can't fit those in the jacket. In the coat. I can't get those.
Oh. Hey, Righty, you want some potions of unknown worth in exchange for the invulnerability?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. Yeah, I could do that.
They're of a mysterious provenance.
Oh, not for long.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him the potion of orange plus smoke, the potion of yellow plus eyeball, the potion of watery fog.
Right.
Righty, can you please tell me what yellow plus eyeball is?
Do you want him to identify it for you?
I just want him to tell. I mean, he's identifying it for himself.
Oh, okay.
But I am wondering what it is.
This was a potion of clairvoyance.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't need that.
Okay. What else you got?
Yeah, no, that was a good trade. I liked it.
The potion of clairvoyance for the potion of invulnerability.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right with that. I can do some stuff with the potion of clairvoyance. That sounds good. Yeah, shh.
Okay, you want any watery fog?
That was a good trade.
Well, watery fog? Yeah, that's not watery fog. That's a potion of gaseous form. I know what that is.
Oh, okay. So, what can I do with a gaseous form?
You can turn into a gas.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Is it kind of like being invulnerable, or no?
Well, let's see. If you drink the potion of gaseous form, you get, let's see. You have resistance to non-magical damage. You get, so you're better able to resist all sorts of effects. You can pass through small holes and cracks and liquids. No, you can't pass through liquids. It's the opposite. You can't pass through liquids when you're in gaseous form. Huh. You can sort of float and fly around, but you can't pick stuff up or attack things.
Reddy, you know a whole lot about magic.
Well, I use the coat,
I think people might underestimate you.
Nah, no, I'm not worth any consideration at all. I'm not the least bit dangerous or worth worrying about, and don't you tell anybody otherwise neither.
Hey, it's our secret, okay?
Yeah, right. Shh.
Yeah. Wait, we also have an unidentified magic ring.
Really?
It just keeps coming.
It's called Magic Ring Unidentified.
Do you remember where it's from?
I don't know.
How many episodes of loot have you guys just been sitting on? You got a mountain of treasure.
We've got a giant burlap sack with a question mark on it.
No one casted identify, so we were just like, hey,
loading up on stuff.
Well, I only have 17 pearls left. So.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Was the magic ring maybe from the zombie corpse, or?
There was a magic ring that Aster got a long time ago. Actually, he had a couple of them.
And he had a ring of protection that I have now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was that.
Yeah, I don't remember any rings that you guys didn't.
Because we have Ring of Free Movement.
Yep,
and then we had
one.
Ring of the Helpful Ally. And then the other one probably is Ring of Protection.
Yeah, I think that's the Ring of Protection.
Okay, so I'm going to take it off my list
Yeah,
then.
I think that one's accounted for.
Cool. We still have a dagger +1 from Finn.
Yep.
And does Athelflaed have that now, or does she use it? Or?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Well, I have 3 daggers.
But they're non-magical.
But they're not magical. Yeah, because you lost your annoying one. Okay, so I'm going to give Athelflaed the dagger +1 as well.
Okay.
I don't know how I have all these things on me. I guess I grabbed my backpack and brought it back when we went to the world. I don't know.
Okay.
Put it in the rolling cart.
We don't have to figure it out now, but Mike, will you tell me what the scrolls are?
There's that protection from energy scroll.
Yeah, that's nice.
Conjure minor elemental ×2. You have 2 of them. Conjure elemental. Conjure volley. And there's another one as well. Thunderstep.
Yeah, we have that one identified.
Okay, great. All right, you got that one
Oh,
taken
I guess
care
I
of.
should give that to him too.
Yeah. But yeah, there are 2 scrolls of Conjure Minor Elemental, 1 scroll of Conjure Elemental, 1 scroll of Conjure Volley, and yeah, you already gave him the Thunderstep.
It's the opposite of stealth.
Yes. Arrive as loudly as possible.
Yes.
Okay, Sartok's just down in that study area, reading all these scrolls, going through Finn's spell book. It's going to take him a long time.
Yeah.
To do all this. He's nerding really hard. He's a level 6 nerd. Unstoppable.
It's even making Paxton uncomfortable. The levels of nerdiness.
The nerdiness is rising exponentially. Can you handle it?
Yeah, he's like, I like magic, but
Make
this
a
guy's got a
wisdom
problem.
If you intend to use the Conjure Elemental scrolls, then make sure you look up how they work beforehand. So
I'm trying to find them. I can't find them, but I'll find them before the next session.
Yeah, I mean, we should basically set someone up with that spell, someone up with the smaller ballista that you can carry, and then someone up with the giant one.
All right. Well, sorry for slowing everything down with planning and stuff, but that's the character thing.
That's
And
not
also-
how we do things around
That's also,
here.
I got the feeling like you guys just wanted to like get it rolling.